So welcome back to the Tianhe Gymnasium here in Guangzhou. After that, men's singles and Kento Momota looking very impressive indeed. Our next two matches are the two men's doubles semi-finals, and we're starting with the European champions Kim Astrup and RASMUSSEN up against the Japanese combination of Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe. So both pairs consisting of a left and right-hander. Well, the European champions and the Japanese pair both had an extremely good tournament. For Yuta Watanabe, he's been a busy man. He's been in the semi-final of the mixed doubles earlier today. Yeah, these two must love playing here in China because they won the China Super 1000. They actually finished second of Group A, and tragically, the world #1s Gideon and Sukamolyo withdrew from their last match in the group against Hang Chengkai and Xiao Haodong, so it meant that all of their matches became nullified. Well, ASTRUP and RASMUSSEN and Liu Junhui and Liu Yuchen had both beaten Hang Chengkai and Xiao Haodong, so yesterday's match was a straight competition between the top two there as to who was going to top the group, and it was indeed an absolute thriller. It was an hour and 14 minutes before the world champions from China won through 21-17 in the deciding game. As far as Group B was concerned, well, Endo and Watanabe topped the group. They won their first two matches against Chen Hongling and Wang Qielin, and the two-time former champions Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan. Their match yesterday, they already knew they had qualified, and I suspect that in their defeat, Liao Mingcheng and Su Qingheng, there was a thought about today's semi-final. But the other qualifiers from this group, the World Championship bronze medalist Chen Hongling and Wang Qielin, came here as the #2 seeds, and they of course are the World Championship bronze medalists. So our first match will be the bottom half of the draw with the two pairs that consist of a left and right-hander. So as far as the European champions are concerned, two World Tour tournament finals this year, winning one, the China Super 1000, beaten in the final in India. And as far as Endo and Watanabe are concerned, they were in 3 World Tour tournament finals, winning the Korean Open and being beaten in the final in Malaysia and also Thailand. Well, as far as that man is concerned, Hiroyuki Endo making his 5th appearance at the end of season championships, his 4th consecutive. Previously playing with Kenichi Hawakawa, he actually reached the final 6 years ago when the event was staged in Shenzhen here in China. Lost out to another Danish pair, Bo and Mogensen, who that year won their 3rd consecutive Super Series finals title. This is the 4th meeting between the two pairs, and as you can see, the Danes have won 2 of the previous 3, including the last, which was in the first round of the China Super 1000, and of course, with the Danes going on to take the title in Changzhou, they must have won on that occasion. But it was 3 games, as you saw, and it was an hour in duration. Well, the left-hander, Kim Astrup, full name Kim Astrup Sorensen, 26 years of age, born in Herning in Denmark. He and his partner have been a couple of places higher than they are at the moment. 2 different spells at number 5 on the world ranking. Making their first appearance here at the World Tour finals. ASTRUP RASMUSSEN is 29 years of age. And they lost their opening match here in Guangzhou, losing to the number 1 seeds, but it was 3 games. And I think that gave them encouragement for their match on Thursday, which was in fact a repeat of the China Open final. And as in Changzhou, they beat Han Chenkai and Zhao Haodong. This time though in 2 straight games. And then yesterday they lost to the world champions Li Junhui and Li Yuchen in a thrilling match, an hour and 14 minutes. I do hope you watched that one because we were absolutely thrilled by it. I thought it was a great match. So to the oldest player on court, he will turn 32 tomorrow. What a wonderful birthday present it would be if he could be contesting his 2nd end-of-season championship final. Born in Kawaguchi in Saitama Prefecture, and his young partner, the left-hander Yuta Watanabe, just 21 years of age, from Suginami, which is part of the Greater Tokyo region. As I was telling you, their match yesterday, they knew they'd already qualified because they'd won their first 2 matches of the group in 2 straight games. And I suspect, especially given the fact that Yuta Watanabe was potentially going to be contesting 2 semi-finals today, which in fact he did end up doing, and he had a mixed doubles to play yesterday evening. I didn't actually see the match, but I think that may have been in the back of his mind, the extra matches he had to play. So Christoph Oswald from Germany, our umpire for this one. How long? Who from China is our service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the players ready?
On my right, Hiroyuki Endo, Yuta Watanabe, Japan. And on my left, Kim ASTRUP, Anderskar und Rasmussen, Denmark. Yuta Watanabe to serve to Kim ASTRUP. Love all. Play.
So the first of the men's doubles semi-finals get underway. Well, first of all, Morten, I think we need to congratulate Kim ASTRUP and Anders Rasmussen and keeping a very good tradition going. This is the 10th consecutive year at the end of season championships. There's been a Danish men's doubles pair in the semi-final stage.
Men's doubles has been really good the last 10 years, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Men's doubles has done well. We had at least 2 pairs all the time, and one of them have done well here at the year-end finals as well. So yes, you're right, but it's amazing because I have to say this again, that Anders Rasmussen was not selected for the Thomas Cup team six months ago from the Danish coaches. Then Carsten Mogensen had to pull out. Anders got back into the team. He played and all that, but 6 months ago he was not good enough to be in the team. And now, 6 months later, they are by far the best.
Yeah.
Conrad has stopped playing, so we don't know about Mads and Mads. And then, of course, Bo and Mogensen, they have dropped dramatically on the world ranking lately.
Yeah. That's the beauty of sport, isn't it?
It is. It's so unexpected sometimes.
Yeah.
Service over. 3-1.
Op og få startet på der.
Oh, goodness me, it's taking an age to find a new racket. I can't help but wonder, Morten, the fact that this is Yuta Watanabe's 8th match in 4 days, whether that's going to have an influence on this, the outcome of this.
It could have an influence, and he, during the tournament, in the group matches as well, he has looked a little bit torn between the two categories.
Yeah. Oh. Put the shuttle onto his partner's racket.
But he's supposed to have the racket up, so how can you blame him? That's why they're laughing.
Oh, that's a delightful shot from Hiroyuki Endo. Morten, just picking up on what you said there. You said you used the word torn.
Yes.
Watanabe seemed torn between the two disciplines, inferring that a male player can't excel at two disciplines at this sort of intensity, where you've got group stages and you know you have to play so many matches throughout the tournament. Are you saying that that's...
I'm not saying it's not possible, but he's still a young man as well.
Yeah.
And he's not that experienced. And he's got to fight very, very hard to win all his matches. It's not like, oh, this is easy for me, I can win this comfortably. He cannot. And that goes for his men's doubles and the mixed doubles. He's got to be at the very best all the time. And that can be a bit of a trick.
Yeah. So in his own mind, he may have been prioritising.
Perhaps. He could have been. And he made 2 semi-finals.
Yeah.
This afternoon, though, they lost the mixed doubles.
Yeah, 3 games, though, wasn't it?
It was, I think.
It was indeed against Wang Yilu and Wang Dongping. 21-13 deciding game.
Six, 4.
Yeah. Nice drop shot.
That was exactly what Kim was saying to Anders.
I was just giving you a little translation for
You were. Your Danish is improving every day.
Thank you, Morten. Yeah. He's fast, is Watanabe.
5-7.
Not the tallest of athletes, so 165, that's 5'5". Not the best of serves from Endo.
No, that's a problem area for him. And at age of 32 tomorrow, it's probably not going to change.
No. Seemed to forget that his opponent was a left-hander there.
5.
Oh, this has been a very good start by the Danes.
Yes, they have been more or less in control and attacking. And it's interesting to see how steep Kim is trying to play the whole time. He's really trying to play a lot of steep smashes, maybe not so much power, but making sure that the placement is good.
So to the mid-game interval, the Danes with a 6-point advantage. And it's all happening in double quick time. Only 7 minutes.
Samme sikkerhed i angreb, fordi vi slår den ikke i gulvet. Vi får et bedre oplæg, end de mistimer.
Vores marker hele tiden klar. Vi må ikke gå ned i energi der i angrebet.
Du behøver ikke slå mig.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
はっきりヘッピングでもネッティングできるからテストね真面目じゃないね自分のサポートはっきり
Well, the Japanese coaches using all of their allotted time. Park Jubong and Rioni Maneki. Danes don't have a coach here because there's a dispute between all the professional players and the national governing body.
Yep, and it's looking to be a long one, I'm afraid.
No sign of a settlement.
Nope, haven't heard a thing.
12-5.
Did you manage to catch anything that they were saying to each other, though, in that interval?
Interesting. That is actually one of their key points, is to try to make the attack as steep as possible, and maybe not going for power, but going for steepness to make sure that the reply they're getting doesn't seem to be so strong, they say.
Yeah.
And then don't lose energy as and when they attack, then they have to go all out.
6-12.
Wrong decision. Leonard Plum on the line. Oof. Good rally. Yeah, clever play from Watanabe. I saw in the middle of that rally a huge wobble from the net, Morton. I wondered whether one of the players had hit the net, but
I didn't notice it.
Well, it's certainly no call. Longest rally of the match so far. 37 shots.
9-12.
4 of the 5 points since the mid-game interval.
I think one of the problems for the Japanese combination here is that in order to play at their best, they have to play their favorite formation where Watanabe is at the front and Endo at the back. As soon as that is changing, the strength of the combination is definitely going down. Watanabe is not hitting that hard from the back of the court, and the interception by Endo at the net is not as strong as Watanabe. So they really have to play that favorite formation as much as possible.
And that was a great save by this man. Hiroyuki Endo, my goodness me. But he did indeed spend most of that rally playing from the back of the court, which is their favourite formation, as you were pointing out. Well, the run comes to an end at 5 straight points.
13-10.
Really has brought the Japanese pair right back into this opening game. Well, he may have made the error, but I think he's got to take those chances going forward, don't you, Morten?
Yeah, it's the style of Anas and Kim as well, that Kim have to get in at the net as much as possible, get them as much control as possible, and that's why he's making these rushes the whole time. I think he's doing the right thing.
Yeah. Interesting he went with the flick serve, because he's already made a couple of loose, low serves.
14-11.
He's feeling the pressure on his serve, Endo.
Yeah.
And there's a great battle going on the court between Kim and Watanabe at the front of the court, who to control. And this one, Watanabe definitely won it.
Well, this could be the longest rally so far, yeah. He so desperately wanted to get involved, Watanabe, because the Danes were playing everything on to Hiroyuki Endo. And in going for that one, left his partner stranded.
I sold him a bit on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was the longest rally. I think in general, Watanabe is winning the battle at the front of the court.
He is at the moment, yes.
50.
And that's also why the Japanese pair has been catching up. The Danes are definitely forced much more into a defensive situation now.
It's over. 16-12. It's over. 13-16.
Didn't have so much power on the smash, and therefore nothing for Kim Astrup to feed off on his defensive shot.
But the Danes really have to watch out now. I think the Japanese are into a very good rhythm at the moment.
And that's well left.
And chances are that they might be able to clinch this first game, despite
16.
the fact that they were, what, 11-6 down at the...
11-5.
11-5 at the mid-game interval.
Good rally. Oh. Yeah. Good rally. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if that's beaten the previous
17,
longest rally.
14.
It has.
You were right.
He seemed to get in a muddle on his defence there, Watanabe.
Yeah, he had options and choices. He opted for one of the more difficult ones. He was going wide on the sideline.
Thank you. Like. All right.
Well left again.
So it's
That
over.
is very cool. In left a couple of pushes that are going long.
17.
Well, they almost got in each other's way early on in the rally.
18-15.
They've earned themselves a 3-point advantage, and they're just 3 points away from the opening game. Brilliant.
Fantastic good play here by Endo and Watanabe. Really, really good.
16-18.
But what defence from the Danes as well.
They tried to sneak in that Watanabe was serving once again, but the umpire saw it.
Oh, it's a good serve
Yeah,
too.
that was a good serve.
run off to change his racket. Oh, and would you believe it? Anders Rasmussen, with
17,
only one player on court,
18.
plays it into the net.
He got disturbed, this one, running in front of his eyes. Now Watanabe wasn't even on court yet.
No. So now just 1 point in it. What a good opening game.
Yeah, this pair can play a little bit up and down. I definitely think they're playing at their best today. They qualified based on 15 tournaments for this year-end finals, but 7 out of the 15 they have actually lost in the first round.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the skill.
It's out, it's out.
It's hit it long. Would you believe it?
18-all.
Three-point deficit has been closed. And 2 of those points, errors from Rasmussen.
Play. It's 19-18.
Oh, some Danish fans in.
Yeah, I've heard them a few times. I don't know where they're sitting, actually. It's a big stadium here.
Oh, it is. 10,000 capacity. And on a full house this evening. Certainly several thousand are in. Yeah, look at them. And they love their badminton.
And they're very knowledgeable, as you say.
Yeah.
Very.
So, 1918. Crucial.
Kim was completely caught on that one.
It's gone wide. Brilliant badminton. And once again, the score level.
19-all.
Well, I think Kim indicating to Anders after he made the error on the defensive shot, you should have left it. I think it was going long at the back line. He seemed to be pointing as if to say it should have been left. We can all be wise after the event, though, can't we? Oh, what defense! Great play.
That's really good play by the Japanese. But one also has to say that Kim ASTRUP is not taking advantage well enough for the opportunities he's getting at the net. He's had 2 or 3 good opportunities to kill it, but he doesn't put it away. And you cannot afford it at this level of play.
And certainly not at this stage, because it's now game point opportunity to the Japanese pair. Not the best of serves. There's another one. Exact example of what you were saying. He intercepted well, Kim Astrup, but he played the drop shot. He could have put it away, and it has cost the Danes because the Japanese pair have come from a 3-point deficit and promptly won 6 of the last 7 points for 21-19 in the opening game in 26 minutes. Goodness me, that looks a little concerning, doesn't it? Look at all the strapping on the leg there of Hiroyuki Endo. Well, I think both the coaches were at times were talking about defensive play there. How did you interpret it, Morten?
Actually opposite, to be very honest. But
really?
maybe I'm wrong, but I think it looked like Park was saying to Watanabe, but maybe, you know, it depends on where on court he's standing, but he wanted, you know, to... I felt he was tapping, but you felt that he was...
No, I felt that at the end, but prior to that, they both seemed to be indicating sort of underarm movements.
Yeah, but I think that they're scared that they lift too much.
Right.
I think they want them not to lift that much.
Okay.
And then try to attack some more. But hopefully we will be a little bit wiser.
Love.
Of course, the Japanese coaches could have been talking about the Danes' defensive play for all we know.
Yeah, we haven't got a chance. That's for sure.
That's what Park was wanting from Watanabe at the front of the court.
I think so.
Yeah. That was the last thing he seemed to be saying to Watanabe.
It was, and I think he was trying to indicate to Endo that don't lift too much, but try to attack.
Nice idea from Anna's Scuttle. But ideas aren't enough at this level. Well, I think the Danes have got to be a little bit careful here, because I just feel that the Japanese pair are on a bit of a roll.
Yes, the train is leaving the station and they might not be on board.
Service over.
Goes down as a service error.
2-4.
First of the match. Yeah, well worked by Hiroyuki Endo.
5-2.
On left.
Six, 2.
Danes just seem to have lost a little bit of their sparkle in a way, if you know what I mean there, Morten.
Yes, I completely understand what you said, because when they came out, Love All Play first game, and zooming to 11-5, they were really on top of it and attacking everything, and were very, very quick on it. But in all respect to the Japanese, I think they have counter-attacked it really nicely and worked their way into the match.
Yeah.
And I think you're right in the sense that Watanabe is winning the front court from ASTRUP most of the time. And
Brilliant.
the man here, Endo, has got more power from the back line than any one of the other three.
7-2.
It was a little alarming to see the amount of strapping he had on. I don't know whether it's a hamstring injury or a thigh injury, but he certainly seems to be moving okay.
No trouble, it must be precaution.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just trying to work Endo at the back of the court, the Danes. Well, I'm not surprised that Watanabe wants to change the shuttle. The Danes agree, because they seem to be hitting that extremely hard, and it didn't seem to be going down very fast at all.
It looked like it was kind of opening up almost as a parachute.
Yeah. (8-2) the advantage. Yeah, well played. Good return of serve, far more decisive on his return of serve there. Team ASTRUP.
Thank you.
Men den der kan heller ikke smide væk din retur. Dem jeg... Den er returneret i, før den bare langt. Og nu Mads.
seems to me as if the Danes
9-3.
are just slightly slower in their reactions now. Almost the same scenario as you were talking about in the men's singles, where you thought that Son Won-ho was trying to take the edge off Momota. I think the Danes have lost their edge. They're just slightly slower on reaction.
Yes, I agree with you, but I also think they lost a little bit of self-confidence. Here we saw, once again, Endo serving in the net.
His second service error.
Five, 9.
That's out.
Yeah, well left.
Service over. 10-5.
Oh, that serve was going short.
Service over.
That return has landed in.
Probably have a challenge.
10.
What? I'm sure that Endo wanted to challenge.
No, too late. Too late. Too late.
Too late.
Late.
Yeah, but he had his arm up straight away.
Please.
No, no.
No.
You fast. You fast.
Well,
Yeah, he was very fast. He raised his hand straight away.
Stand up. We are stand up.
and also, I know we've discussed it before, but you've got to be able to consult your partner in doubles. So this immediate challenge, I mean, you've got to be able to look at your partner and sort of nod at each other, yes, we challenge. But his hand was up straight away.
Straight away, he moved away from it. He ducked it down, and then it was called in, and he raised his hand straight away.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, I have to say. But the Japanese pair win the next rally, and therefore they have a 5-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Just under 40 minutes into the match. While the players are getting their coaching, Morten, I mean, this issue of having to challenge immediately, sometimes the line judge themselves are quite slow. You know, so you've got to wait for that to happen. I think in doubles there's got to be a little bit of common sense that you should be allowed to consult your partner, not for seconds, but if you look at your partner and your partner goes, yes, we'll challenge.
Yeah.
But as you said, they challenged right away.
Yeah, and the thing in this situation was that Watanabe had the back to the shot, so he was not in it at all. And Endo straight away raised his hand and said, I want to challenge that one. So Watanabe was sure that there was a challenge on it.
Yeah.
So he couldn't understand because he knew that Endo had raised his hand on it.
Well, they've got to forget that.
Yeah. I think they did that quickly.
Unbelievable defense from Watanabe. Oh, that's a beautiful drop shot from Hiroyuki Endo.
12-6.
That's just glorious.
Yeah, and it is played at the right opposition as well, because that is definitely not one of Anders's best points. That, you know, he get caught quite easily. He's a heavy player, so when these block shots are coming in front of him, it's tricky for him to move forward.
Oh,
That's in.
superb.
That's in.
There's a challenge here from the Danes, but I saw it as you did, Morten. I saw that as in.
The Danes as well, they're laughing. They can't stop smiling.
Here we go. What does Hawkeye say? Yeah, plumb on the line.
Unsuccessful, one challenge remaining. 13-6.
That was a quick change of shirt. That's unusual in the middle of a game. You should have done that at the mid-game interval, surely.
Yeah, I was surprised the umpire allowed him to do that.
Yeah. So, what's he going to do on his serve? Does he have the confidence to serve low? No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yes,
good play.
lovely.
Good play.
Learning from his opponent. Yeah, I thought that was an example of
Exactly.
Anders being too far back in his defensive stance.
Yeah, and then not quick enough to move forward.
Yeah.
The next lift is getting too short.
Yep.
And Watanabe is in total control.
It all looks one-way traffic now, Morten.
Yeah, they lost confidence, the Danes, and I think the Japanese are just keeping up the pressure and the pace. So the Danes are simply crumbling under the pressure here.
We have an expression in English which is bursting the bubble. And I think because when they came out, they were firing on all cylinders. And I think their bubble...
All 12.
I think that bubble of confidence has been burst. And bubble of exuberance as well, too. Yeah. Good placement.
16-7. Service over.
Yes, good return.
8-60. It's over. 17-8.
considering he had a 3-game match earlier today in his mixed doubles, I think Watanabe still seems to have the energy and the speed. He's played really well. He's been one of the players, I think, of the year, winning the All England.
He's definitely one of the younger players coming up, has done really well in 2018.
Yeah, coming of age.
And he had a bad start to the year. I think he was actually injured, but he really came into full form at the All England in March.
Yeah, at the end of 2017, he had a really bad back injury.
Yes. Watanabe, he knew that the second he was taking the hand down, that serve would come.
Psychologically, ASTRUP
18-10.
playing second fiddle at the front of the court. This man, dominant. Yeah, good smash. Broke the strings of his racket though, in doing so.
11-18.
Yeah, I think another string is broken from Hannes. That was why he was rushing forward suddenly.
12-18.
Mixing up the pace so well, mixing up the angles throughout this second game, the Japanese pair. Flatter smash that time. Well, is that giving a glimmer of hope to the Danes? That error from ENDO.
Well, should it go the way that we think that the Japanese are winning in 2 straight games here, I think the difference has been that Watanabe has been more controlling at the net than Kim ASTRUP, and I also think that ENDO has accumulated a lot more power from the back of the courts than any one of the other 3.
Yeah. And a combination of that means that they're now on the verge of victory. Match point opportunities, 7 of them. Only needed the one. 21-19, 21-13. The victory to the number 7 seeds, Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe. Coming from 15-18 down in the opening game, 6 of the last 7 points of that opening game. And since then, in all honesty, they have looked like they were going to win this semi-final all the way. Confirmation of the score, 21-19, 21-13. And they are through to the final tomorrow.